Hi guys! Hi. B. Scott. Remember back in 2006, B. Scott used to do that. Hi. I love me some B. Scott. So, yesterday was full moon, and the biggest question I get, because, I'm I am often very high. I'm just so ready to astral travel and get out there and keep soaring and soaring and soaring. So, my biggest question of the day yesterday was, what are my gifts? I always want to tell people 90% of the time, whatever it is that you like doing already is probably your gift. You like cooking? You're probably a kitchen witch. You like using herbs for tinctures and salves and poultices and things like that? You're probably a cottage witch, though some people say that those two things are the same thing. Cooking, making herbs. You have to decide for yourself. Study it, decide for yourself. And then the next thing is decide for yourself. So since I put it out there that I was going to answer questions, I did. So if you guys from yesterday watched my videos, this is to back that up. Search yourself for answers. It's not as hard as you think it is if you stop doubting. That's where confusion and all the other stuff comes in, is when you say, oh, I'm hearing things. That can't be right. Why not? Your gut has no negative or positive ions. It has to be right. It has to be. So, in knowing that you can, you don't have to know everything right now. A lot of females are into that, and actually one guy came at me. Did you have my answer yet? Don't do that. If you're in search of an answer, that's the fastest way not to get one from me. You can go dream it yourself or ask somebody else, but I told you, I'll get back to you between 1 and 3 in the morning. Not at 6:15 when I just finished my first ritual. The full moon was at 5 o'clock. And if I can, I go out exactly the time that Farmer's Almanac says it is. I try to go out exactly at that time for the first ritual, and before or after, and then I always go out again at midnight. So, no, don't ask me before, 3 o'clock in the morning. Did you forget about me? No, it's only 6. I got plenty of time. So then I started, replying to I don't know, I still have questions, and you guys can stop sending questions. It's over, you know. So I would tell this to my sons. Be still. If you don't know what that is, you need to subscribe to theangels.us, Angels Teachers and Guides course. Being still is separate than grounding, is separate than protection, is separate than meditation. To me and my grannies and my mama, that's all separate things. So, in being still, and I put it that way so you can go, why she say it like that? Because it makes you think. Didn't it? It did, didn't it? See, I told you. So, yeah, I had a Capricorn mother. She's always doing stuff like that to make us think. So, sorry, hang on. I really wish I could just give you all the grandmothers and mother I had. because when you have a question and you want to go to a reader to get your answer, and you just want to say, hurry up, answer, what's my answer, what's it? No, you can't. No, I have to make you do some work yourself. I can't just give you all the answers. I mean, that's like telling your 2-year-old, we're going to pretend we're in university and it's and this. No, you can't eat the whole elephant in one bite. You eat one little inch, the pinky toe. You know, you chop off a couple of hairs on the tail, and get started that way. So let's pretend to be still and say like and you don't need to talk, you don't need to type. It's energy. Spirit already knows what your question is, and if your energy is high enough, I can tell what the question is before you even ask it, which is usually what I say when I'm about to do a full reading. Give me the answer before they even ask. So we're just going to pretend to be still. It's just that. Be still. Focus on one positive thought. So had I spoken to you before and I know you like, I don't know, lakes, rivers, streams, I would say, I would send you a picture of the place that I go mentally when I need to go to the bathroom, since that's where we usually have privacy, and be still and sit on the toilet. Say, okay, come on, Tasha, we're going to go to the lake. We're going to go to the lake. The stream, actually, because the stream of the water, I like that. That's calming, and it gets me to like, okay, I'm calm. I'm at peace. There's nothing else on my mind but hearing the birds and the trees and the wind blowing, and the coyotes in the background, and the deer that are tiptoeing around to see if you're real, and they should be afraid to not come up to you because you're human. And I'm just seeing all this in my head. And you ask one question, and I tell my students, you ask one question for 7 days. When you're practicing to be still for 2 minutes, set your cell phone for 2 minutes. 2 minutes is a long time, y'all, in case you're wondering. However, the good news in that is eventually you learn to do it just like that. Yes, you do. So you're being still, and you're going to ask your ancestors, spirits, Orisha, anybody else out there listening, what do I need to do about this court situation, whatever? What is in my best interest? Okay, now mind you, having asked a question, you have to then release it, and don't sit there going, huh? What? I don't even like Tasha, that fat cow, and I can't stand. I mean, no, you cannot. No, boo boo. No. So you have to just learn eventually to accept whatever answer they give you, and that's why I say the first thing every class, write it down. Get a journal, get a brand new journal, get a brand new pen or pencil or whatever the hell it is you like writing with. Brand new, because from right now, like today, right now, you go get your brand new journal, brand new pen. We're starting new. And new needs a new paper and pencil, whatever you write with. And so you sit there and you say, okay, what's in my best interest? And you just hold that focus. You're at the lake, so you're only focusing on the water, the trees, the birds. But I mean focus on it so deep that it's just like somewhere in time, where you don't see what's in front of you. The only thing you see right here is trees, and you're listening to the birds and the lake and the this and the that, and you immerse yourself in that. That takes about, for most of my students, 6 months to a year. Just so you know, because people expect it tomorrow. No, you haven't done it before, so why would you do it automatically tomorrow? So, and then you tell your spirit guides, okay, so what do I need to do that is going to be the ultimate and best outcome for me? Not make that happen. What is my best thing to do to have the best outcome? Marinate on that. Marinate on that. So then you will eventually, right now at the beginning, you might, everybody's different, you might just feel get a picture of a daisy or a dandelion. And as soon as you're 2 minutes up, the phone goes off, you go outside and you get that dandelion. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't say, oh, that's crazy. I don't need no stupid flower. Yeah, well, you think what you want to think, and I'll think what I want to think. In the meantime, my fat ass is going out and get that damn dandelion, because I don't know what I'm going to need it for in the next, whenever, minute to forever. And you just do it. You don't question. Stop questioning. Spirit hears you. Just because they don't have a body just makes them stronger to hear you clearly, without the and how and why. You know? Stop that. You don't need to keep asking why, how, when, who. Is this good for me? Is that good? Is he fucking somebody else? Is she fucking somebody? If you have to ask the question, that's probably your own answer. Just saying. So when you become still and you say, okay, spirits, I want to know, who what my gifts are. The other famous question is, who are my guides? And I know a lot of people don't believe in guides. They believe in one thing. Like, a lot of people only believe in Orisha and nothing else. Or the saints and nothing else. Or angels and nothing else. And that's all well and good. But, I'm a big girl. I need lots of healing teachers. Not just one. So I believe in it all. I want it all. So I can mix a little of that with a little of that with a little of that and get you well, just like that. Then you have to say, okay, so I saw a yellow dandelion. Okay, so now what? And wait. Wait. What are you so impatient for? Generally, I talk to mostly teenagers to, I don't know, my oldest student, I think, was 86. She believed in it all her life, but her parents taught her to, this holy roller stuff. Not down in it, just not for me. Well, actually, I shouldn't say it like that. What I should say is I believe in that, but just a little different branch of that tree, Because I do believe people get filled with spirit. It's just different for everybody. And it's not, I don't have to do it how you do it. I do it how spirit does it to Tosh, which is they just talk to me. They help me see, smell, hear, touch, taste, all the clairs, So then you would just be still and wait. Just wait. If you're in so much a hurry, you're going to get yourself in such a tizzy you can't see any good coming anyway. So, and I don't want to talk to those, which means because you're not going to hear a thing I say, You're not going to. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with you not hearing me, because I know what I do works for Tosh. You need to do whatever's working for you. Oh, nothing's working for you because you can't see clearly. Clairvoyant, clear sight, clairvoyant, which was my first gift when I was about 7. Anyway, I didn't know it. I didn't really know it until I was 13. So we're going to be still, be silent, be quiet, go in the bathroom, go outside, go in the car. Actually, I do a lot of readings with people that have family. They go in the car and, sit in the car while they get their readings, because I demand silence. I demand alone and nobody walking, between our energy. Like if I'm in your living room, no, there's no cat, no dog walking between. No, I don't want none of that. No, none. And if you don't, then we can just not do this reading. And no, I don't give refunds. I mean, come on, I'm the cheapest person in the whole internet to give readings, only $125 for at least 2 hours. That's usually the minimum time I end up giving a reading. So I thought, well, I may as well tell people it's 2 hours. Usually, depending on your vibration, it's 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't know. And I stop when spirit says, okay, we're leaving now. You know, if you want to go first, that's fine. But you don't come back for the rest of your reading. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. So we learn to be still and say, okay, what are my gifts? And generally, you're going to feel or something, okay? You're going to feel something. And if you're not feeling nothing, you need to be still some more. Because they're always answering you. They're just right here. You just can't see them. And I know you guys can feel them because they give everybody that ability to feel, to discern something is right next to me. And no, it's not always damn fucking shadow people. Oh, I dislike it when people say that. Why does everything have to have a negative connotation to it? Just because I don't know, my example that I give to my kids is they didn't know how else to do it. So that's how it showed up, you know? So if you're wondering what all those people are or whatever underneath your bed, you need to pull them out and talk to them. Don't wake me up. Everybody has rules. Tasha has rules, spirit rules, life rules, planet rules, you know. I don't need to read them out of some book. I know right from wrong. I don't need to be reminded, you know, don't steal. Well, unless your child is starving and you need something to eat, but that's different. So, and once you're still and can listen to that small voice that Mama always tells me to shut up and listen to, then you can hear a little healer. You'd be like, did I hear that? Who's there? Is that good or bad? Yeah, some evil entity is going to tell you you're a healer. I don't think so. A lot of things we think are evil really aren't. They just come out that way because that's how they think to do it. They, you know, just like going to school here, you go to school over there. What's here is there. What's not here is not there. And yes, I know, because there's lots of reputable people out there writing about it. I'm old school, so I read old school people like Arthur Ford, you know, Edgar Casey, Ruth Montgomery, who started, after Arthur Ford crossed over, started channeling automatic writing for Arthur Ford. And he told her exactly what it looked like. And I kind of believe him. I mean, he's been a spirit worker for all his whole life. Why would he lie? Why would he have the desire to lie? You have no body. Why would you have the desire to lie? Anyway, so once you're still, then you're going to be able to get that answer, write it down, write everything down. And, excuse me, my students, I highly suggest that they take an hour and a half someday when the kids, husband, cat, dog, everybody's gone, to do a guided meditation. The purpose of that, from spirit through me to you, is to help you hear somebody's talking. That's that. Look. So let's say, you know, beforehand we're gonna discuss this. I only charge $100 for it, as it takes sometimes 2 hours. So just set, you know, when you write me, tashaspeaks@gmail.com, and you say, I want a guided meditation, I will tell you exactly what is going to happen. And it takes a long time because after I give you a quick be still, ground, protect, meditate walkthrough, that walkthrough could take 2 hours, because in that walkthrough you are actually sitting down with whoever came to give you your lesson for the day, and I want you to hear everything they have to say. I don't actually do a lot of talking. You do a lot of listening. So usually people bring their tape recorders or, you know, their cell phone to record the whole thing on the cell phone or whatever, some type of recording thing. So you don't ask me later, just like readings, you don't ask me later, was that such a... I don't know. I'm already big. I don't need anything else weighing me down. Least of all, your meditations. You remember your meditations. I have enough energy just to be able to remember mine. But again, you can't see it. My book of shadows is like 5 inches thick, so I can write it down, because when you write, you remember, right? And I'm getting older, so I write a lot. Well, I record a lot, and then I write what I record. So even when I'm able to give myself a reading, I just talk. I just talk into the phone. And that's usually around 3 o'clock in the morning. And then when I get up the next day, I, go pee, have my water, and then I'll turn on some soft drum beating music or rain. My sister Anna made me a video, like 13 minutes of just listening to rain. And I write it out. Then I check anyway. So that could take a long time, and you really need to be patient with that, because you're trying to get your answers for yourself. I know how to do it, so I'm not in any big hurry. So you might want to consider that at some point, so you can learn what it sounds like, because obviously when they talk, they don't sound like you, and that's how you know you're right. I mean, do you have a British accent, or a Australian accent, or Mexican accent, a Spanish accent, whatever? You know what I mean. Don't write to me about that. No, you don't. So yeah, that's probably spirit talking to you. You're not going crazy. And for those of you, I talk to a lot of people who think they are going crazy because they hear spirits. You got to learn to control that. You have control in this domain. Well, within reason. When I give you a reading, and let's say I say, do you know a Bob Smith? And you say, no, I don't know a Bob. And later in the conversation, oh, that Bob. Yeah, see, and then I cut you off there and say, well, I don't believe you. In this case, I'm going to believe him, because he knows you. You just haven't remembered yet, So it's good to be able to get your own answers, maybe not just with a pendulum or cards or tea leaves or runes or anything else. Oh, you don't do those either? Why not? You can give yourself a reading that way. I mean, come on. Stop being lazy. Do it. You want to know. I mean, you can't always be going to people like me and say, what, how, why, what? And then stop, medium jumping. I call myself a medium. And jump from one to get the answer you want. That sets you back a lot in relation to your spirit growth. Stop psychic hopping. You create your own happiness or unhappiness, So if in order to find out who and what your guides are, see, you people are so limited. There's billions of, just like there's humans, and there's tons of thousands of different types of aliens and other species that we don't even think about. I mean, 5,000 feet under the water, there's aliens that man never saw before. Ooh, look at that. Is it real? Let's poke it. You get sucked up and eaten by the monster. Not kidding. I'm kidding. But that's funny, right? I see you laughing. Anyway, so I feel just like us, there's billions and billions and billions. I mean, there's entities out there that we don't even have a word for. And I don't need a word, because I know just as long as I think the thought, the deed is done. So as soon as I think, Goddess, send me somebody to help me with XYZ, the right thing, in this case, is going to show up. I'm not saying send my ancestors. Well, what if they're not meant to help me with this situation? And I know a lot of black people go hitting for that. I don't care. Make your own video. Or maybe, you only believe in the Orisha, which isn't so bad. There's probably 500 or so of them that I last read. And they sent somebody else to assist you. You gonna tell the Orisha, no, I don't want that. I want you. And they're like, but we're sending you the person the entity that's gonna help you do that. And you're like, no, I just want you. Orokun, I just want you. You come and help me. And Olokun be like, yeah, right. So I'm joking. Don't write to me about that. I mean it. I will not approve your comment. Anyway, it's just like you. When somebody comes to you and say, hey, can you help me fix my car? You're like, I'm not a mechanic. You need to go see Boo-Boo. Here's his number. So you need your car fixed. Are you going to be like, no, I want you to help me? No. Entity sends the best other entity for the job. It might not be grandma. It might not be mom or dad or brother or sister. It might be St. Peter. And I know a lot of people that, will believe in the Orisha, but they will not believe in all the other saints, So, in order to get answers, we must learn to be still and listen and hear. There's a difference. You look it up. So, because I can't do everything for you. Oh, and my other thing for this video, my other message in this video is stop asking everything. Go find out for yourself and then come to whatever groups you're in and say, I, studied and this feels good and this feels good. You just got to go on your gut. Or what I do is I tell Spirit when I go to a website and I'm kind of, then I'll be like, has anybody read this? Do you find it valid? Do your own work. That's why you're a witch. That's why you're into hoodoo, voodoo, whatever magic practice you're in or whatever religion you're in. That's why you're in it, because you chose to believe in that. And if you believe, you search. You do your own research and study. And then you come back and say, did this work for, I have, Ravenhawk's book, and I know a lot of people don't like her, but it really makes sense to me. Then it must be for you. Because a lot of people talk about that chick. I don't know why. Especially for a beginner book, it's glorious. I learned a lot. And the other one was Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft. The witches call it Bucky's Big Blue. And that's how I started, with my son. That's how I started learning about witchcraft and magic and stuff with those two books. And then you ask for other teachers and other teachers and other teachers, so you learn a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm just not one to just go down one path and just do only voodoo, and that's it. So I'll just be painting orange coconuts my whole life to heal and learn and grow. Okay, it's not all it is. I was joking about that. And again, don't write to me about that. So I choose to take it all in, the Old Testament, New Testament, Tehran, the Jewish book, the Tao, Lao Tzu, that too. With the lines, that one. And so then my other question from somebody last night was, how do I know when to use this with my hoodoo practice? And the Spirit's answer was, when you ask, the answer will show up, and keep everything in balance. So, example, when I moved to San Jose when I was 23, and I just really never felt, and I'm not knocking it because yes, I do use it sometimes, felt the desire to believe in a lot of Western medicine. I don't really remember, but I am 99.5% sure my mom went to my grandmother and other mediums first. She didn't do a lot of, Chinese herbs and stuff, but we did go in the backyard, like the natural raw spinach that grows at parks. That brought her sight back when she lost it at 4. But anyway, I wanted to follow a more natural path. That's why they're called natural path. What are they called? Anyway, they're doctors, yeah, that only use Eastern medicine. Um, and then after that, I just started studying and buying books. So I'm, 16, reading the herb books. The herb book one was only out way back then. I believe there's at least two now. I have two on my shelf. Um, and it's wonderful. It's beautiful, But if you're not, but excuse me, cancel. However, if you choose to do a thing, do it fully. You don't just talk to the spirits one day and say, oh, well, I'm going to go out and have some, whatever that shit is they smoke in a glass round pipe thing, whatever that is, I don't know. And it'll be okay. I'm just going to have a nice high. And no, I don't mix nothing with nothing else unless, I cannot lie, I have done some under supervision of a shaman that made his own whatever. I didn't go to the corner and buy some ecstasy stuff. And I didn't try that one. I was too scared to try that. But ayahuasca and the peyote and the whatever that date rape drug is, which is really good for cramps, by the way, just saying. It is so good for cramps. Tablespoon, ice cream, because it's bitter. That GHP, HGP, whatever that date rape drug is, yeah. Tablespoon, naturally made from scratch, not bought on the street corner. Tablespoon, ice cream. 2 minutes. I'm singing and happy. The migraine is gone, or the muscle cramp is gone, or the period cramps are gone. Everything was gone, and I'm high naturally. Oh, that was great. Anyway, we learn from who is sent to us. You don't be turning stuff down and say, oh, I didn't want Tasha to give me a reading. I wanted her to give me a reading. Well, maybe she doesn't have... Well, because I feel that everything you want to know, I might not be the one to deliver that message. Boo Boo Kitty might be the one to deliver that message. I don't know. And I believe sometimes, Spirit don't want me knowing your business. But maybe your energy vibes with that person, and that's why that person can tell you. And maybe that's why I can't. I don't know. It rarely happens, but it does. And I just have to be honest about it and tell you, maybe I'm not the one that's supposed to give you that message. So when you're ready to be still and start listening, then you are hearing. To me, they're two different things. Just like meditation isn't just, seeing pretty pictures. No, meditation is when Goddess talks to me. Prayer is when I talk to Goddess. And meditation is when I talk to my ancestors and the aliens and, the trees, the leaves, the caterpillars, Then you can move on. Okay, what's my next step? And then it all starts coming faster and faster and faster, faster. Because people are like, how is it that you manage pretty much, Tosh, most of the time, to, speak only good things? Because my mother would slap my mouth, not hard, but she'd slap my mouth if I said, ain't be gotten, or but, or no, or I can't, or I need money. No, it's I have more money than I'll ever need. Because I don't care what you say, I weigh 180 pounds. You think what you want to think, I think what I want to think. But I'd rather put it out there as a positive affirmation than attracting ain't begotten money or love or trust or. And I know a lot of you people out there, always wanting money to do a money ritual. Money. How about this? I'm thinking if I want to share that. How about good old-fashioned bartering? Because y'all know I haven't had money in a minute. And that's not to say, oh, poor me and I need. No. I ask for what I want. You see me all the time on Facebook. I want this. Somebody buy this for me. And they do. Imagine that. Asking for what I want. And getting it. Isn't that... Yeah. And you might not believe that. You might still think you have to have money to go buy a car. That's not true. In my lifetime, before I haven't had a car in a long time, because there's always some... Anyway, so you don't need to know that much. There's always another way. It's not just needing this to get to this. There's a way to get to that island other than just a boat. I mean, there's helicopters. There's those little, what do you call it, dinghy raft things. There's planes. I mean, come on. There's other ways than just one. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's always more than one way to get whatever it is you want. God didn't make you stupid. God gave you a brain. Think. Do we really have to Google everything? No. Think. Go to a damn dictionary yourself, a thesaurus. Or at least, okay, I'm going to get on all of you that ask me, what time is it over there? Go to freaking worldclock.com and look. Really? We're in a heated conversation and you're like, oh yeah, so what time is it over there? I'm not going to tell you, just so you know, I'm not. Because that's being lazy to me. And maybe that's mean of me, but fuck it, I don't care. Go look and see for yourself. You Google that shit. What time is it in California? Because as far as I check, we're all on the same time here. In all of California. Weather's always different from one city to the next, but the time is always the same. Anyway, yeah, so let's stop being lazy. You know, even myself, I do have tools that I use, but lately, for me, I'm telling you, my crystals talk to me a lot, you know, and you can hear a little, and I'm like, okay, who's talking? Who's that? Where are you? And then it's just like having tunnel vision. You zoom in. Oh, that one's talking. Okay, it's this one. Okay, gotcha. Now, what did you want to say? Smoky quartz? Isn't that beautiful? What's that? Get off there. Shut up. I criss all my crystals. Go ahead and laugh, because you know that shit was funny. Anyway, so there you have it. There it be. I love you. God bless. And as always, this is Tasha with tashastouch.com and The Angels. That's 2 E's. TheAngels.us. Get it? Us angels. Get it? Never mind. Go ahead. Get out of here. Bye. Oh, I wish B. Scott still did. Well, maybe. Let me go look. You guys have a great evening. And don't forget to subscribe to tashastouch.com and theangels.us. And I will answer. I'm going to start answering my subs questions through video. Maybe I'll start hangouts and answer your questions in a hangout. No, not with a lot of talking, because sometimes that's distracting to me. So you can email if you're a sub of theangels.us. Yes, if you're not, I will go see. So just go on over there, subscribe, and I'm going to start answering questions from my subscribers this way. Okay, so bye. Oh, I just love me some B. Scott. Go be good to yourself. I love you. And love yourself. That will help you grow the most spiritually. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.